So, so a modular frame is just reinforced iron and rods. So all the more incentive to scale up reinforced iron production. Fuck.
Right.
I knew the answer before I got it, but didn't somehow wanted it to be something else anyway.
I know that feeling.
Please. Let's see. What direction should I? There's like a whole science now to like, what direction should I make things face on each floor? Did it change based on like the source stuff that's being fed to it from each floor? Is there like a method to this fucking madness? Spoilers.
Okay, so this
there was
produces 30 ingots per minute. And then these constructors, they consume how many ingots? They consume 30 per minute. So it's literally just a one-to-one relationship of thing to thing. Okay, well, I can do that math. That ain't hard. All right.
One modular frame is made of bullshit.
Okay, 2, 3.
It's really, I can see all the things you highlight through the floor.
Yeah, it's really weird. I've been able to see you do that the entire game too.
I'm just seeing weird portal colors floating around without context. Do I have the resources for a bounce pad? Probably not. I just want to be able to yeet myself off of any given cliff and land safely.
Yeah, that's, I know exactly how that feels.
We have to surround the entire base with jelly land pads.
Oh, you meant in the video game.
But, oh god! I'm fine. It's okay, I have 100 nuts. You see, so I'll be fine. Pistachios are an inefficient form of healing.
You have to refine the pistachios into a med kit first.
Refined by pistachios.
These are
Molded
medicinal
by
pistachios.
Okay, that's the reinforced iron floor.
Okay, these should all be set to iron plates. Now I just need to hook them up to the power. And we will have a shit-ass ton of iron plates. Power line. Sweet power line. Bam, bam, bam.
Well, that immediately used up all of my iron. Shit. An attempt was made. I was like, I'm gonna replace all the lifts. I did not. I did not do that. That's not what happened. I was, as it turns out, highly ineffective in my endeavor.
Okay, let's go up this next floor. Actually, instead of that, wait. Yes, okay, that is what I want to do. Just take this.
It looks like our screws are moving slowly, but it also looks like they're successfully removed from the constructors before they finish constructing the next set of screws.
Right.
So I guess it's not really a problem. Just
it's just like just in time, basically.
Yeah. So when we want more things that make screws, but also more things that more paths for the screws to take, unless we just make them faster. Right. See, these rods are backed up, but those rods aren't being fed to the stuff enough.
Take that down.
There really does need to be a ladder on like every side.
I thought you didn't want ladders anymore. And now you're like, oh, I just want to be surrounded by ladders.
I don't like
Everywhere
ladders.
I look, I want another ladder.
I made that way too far away. I'm never gonna be able to use that. I'm just trying to, I need ways to get up and down this building. This building causes me a struggle.
It'll do that. But it's worth it. Oftentimes, you know, the most wonderful things in life are also really painful. Maybe not oftentimes. Probably almost never is that sentence true.
Yeah, that was just, it's one of those tautologies I hear so much about.
Except it wasn't true.
Yeah.
And tautologies usually have to be true for them to be a tautology.
Well, I think it's more that they claim to be.
No, it's a truism.
It's a truism when it's like, this is a statement that's based around its own self-evidentness as an assumption.
Yes. Yep, that's a truism. A tautology is a statement that is actually logically true. Basically by definition.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a truism is like, you know, it's like, well, everyone knows that.
I probably fucked us by putting screws and rods on the same floor that one time.
It's not ideal.
No, I'm gonna have to like remake this floor, I think.
I have to remake the plate floor, so I feel.
Yep, let's just start extending this floor outward. Here we go. You thought this building had a shape. That was brave.
No, it's got a shape. It's a cube, but also one that was used to inspire snakes and ladders.
This warehouse is getting a balcony.
Okay, let's go up to that reinforced iron platey land, and let's see what we need to be doing there. Alright, so every reinforced iron plate constructee or assembly needs 30 per minute.
Did it lag during those? Come back. There we go.
Shouldn't it just be 1-to-1 then? Very interesting. I guess I'll find out. Oh no, fall damage. Oh, that was the one. That was the fall too far.
Did it get you?
It got me. I got begotten. I knew a guy in middle school who always said, who was in love with the idea of double negatives. So he always said, I ain't not begotten, no nothing.
That's just exhausting.
And, yeah.
That's just a frustrating sentence.
Yeah.
That's how you make me not talk to you anymore.
He was a very frustrating person. No, I don't talk to him anymore because he died of a drug overdose, but that's not really the point of the story.
Wow.
Yeah. The point of the story was that he basically said this constantly because it amused him so. And so you would just be talking to him, and as soon as there was any dead air, he would just be like, I ain't not begotten, no nothing. And I was just like,
shame on them, ding dong.
Yeah. It's like, wazza wazza woo. Like,
give peace a chance.
It's all he fucking said. He also referred to everyone as san.
Like Japanese?
Yes.
So he was just a very annoying person.
Yes. I guess the story can be summed up as, I knew a very annoying person in middle school.
His personality was, I am annoying.
Yeah.
Also, I have a catchphrase, which I guess is a synonym.
I've never known a human being to Flanderize himself, but damn it, this guy did.
You human Flanderization.
Also, a friend of mine went over to his house once, And it was just the only story that he said about that experience was he was like, yeah, he just left like hentai books like open, sitting around on the floor. It's like, oh my god, what a alpha move!
Like it's a fucking power grab. It's like, yeah, you see it. I know you see it.
Well, no, it was. You couldn't have written something this like perfect because he was just like, oh no, how'd I leave this out here? But like that's just what he said, and it was like, are you inviting others to like view your hentai? Like what is this? What are you doing, man?
Oh no, I just dropped my embarrassing hentai collection all over your line of sight. What are we gonna do about it?
It
I'm not
kind of felt
entirely
like
sure
that.
what that tone is.
Yeah, it's like that was kind of super fucking weird.
Fuck. Go back. There we go.
Oops. I hope whatever I just accidentally disassembled from a distance was the thing I meant to disassemble. 'Cause I don't know what just went away.
How you get cursed by that infinite range.
Uh-oh, that was a foundation. Uh-oh. Well, just don't look down when you go in that area. That's all we'll say.
That's exactly the worst thing you could do.
I'm aware
Just don't
of
look
that
down.
fact.
You'll just discover the hole with your feet.
Oh yeah, no, this
Nice,
is pretty
lethal drop.
Yeah, no, this is probably the worst outcome. Oh well.
Well,
It happens.
rust eroded.
Let's see, we'll hook that one up there. We'll maybe kill that small piece. Kill that small piece. There we go. Looks good. Oh, it was a conveyor lift. Okay.
Oh.
It wasn't a foundation.
Something just broke somewhere off in the
Yeah.
distance. To be
Yeah.
discovered at a later date.
Good thing I found out the later, paid attention and found the later date much quicker than never.
After dozens of hours of lost productivity.
Now the real question is, how do I replace the conveyor lift without falling to my death?
I mean, you just
I may
have to click on both ends, right?
Yeah, but I can't get a good line of sight from the top, so I need to do it from the bottom, which means I'm probably not going to get it to line up very well on top. Oh well, it's fine. I will do the best job that I can, and you will criticize me regardless.
Hooray.
I think that'll do it.
It's good to have a dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, we should make sure that my the things that destroy my self-confidence are monetizable.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just pointless.
Exactly.
Important to suffer for your art. Let's see. There's so many fucking boxes everywhere.
Yeah. It's from every time we die.
No, it's for me tearing up all these tracks that are covered in resources.
Oh, even better.
My favorite.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Yep.
Okay. This looks fine, except there's no screws coming in.
Yeah, I just deleted all the screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh.
5.
Okay.
Okay, so each one can split into 2 of them. Okay, I can work with that, I guess. We'll see how this fucking goes.
How many screws are made by a single constructor per minute? This reinforced iron requires 60 screws per minute, and a screw maker, which that almost sounds like the guy that made Batman. A screw maker produces 40 per minute. Okay.
The screw Riddler. Yeah.
Okay, so if we need...
Obvious.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, so let's do this basic arithmetic. Alright.
I'm not going to be proud of the direction this particular path takes. It's fine, I'll probably
Okay,
tear it
so
up
it'll
later
be-
anyway.
It's, God, that actually is kind of weird math. So it's like 2 iron plates for every 3 screws. Will make 2. Yeah, that'll supply 2 reinforced ironers. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. So basically what you want to do is, oh God, how does that work? Oh, we just put a splitter. We just do a splitter to make it 60-60. Got it. Okay. So you're going to want to, for all of the screw things, merge them. For every three screw constructors, merge them onto one conveyor belt and send it up. And that'll make the math work.
You want every 3 of them to merge into the same track?
Yep.
Why?
And then at the top, we split it in half.
What if the track isn't fast enough to make up for the bandwidth?
It'll be fine. Because that will make it a perfect ratio into the reinforced iron makers. Hang on. I need to take a quick break.
I am not making pretty tracks. At this point, I'm settling for like any tracks.
Yeah.
Players in the way. I know that's me. You don't think I know that?
I just need a second because my eyes got really dry. So
They're all feeding over each other. This is just not
closing
a
them.
pretty path of the thing.
Actually, I'm just gonna get some eye drops. Oh, everything
You're just
hurts.
running the full gambit, like every different possible
Yeah.
symptom treater simultaneously.
Orifice and organ in my face. Ah, shit.
Oh, I'm running out of iron. That's what's happening. Ah, so you don't turn iron plates into rods. You make iron rods out of ingots. Gotcha. That's a detail I always mix up. It's good though, because every single stage of the process should always be like a choice. It should never be like, and should always be turned into that, aside from smelting. Like once you've done smelting, it's like, okay, nothing else should just feel like smelting, but again. So every resource should turn into other things and have like branching paths. Otherwise, it's just like, why is this even a thing I have to do in the first place? And that's stupid. Cleaned up some inventory space. Yep. Oh god, that looks really weird. No! Okay. Fine. Where was I going? Am I going there? I am going there. Not super proud of the fact that I'm devolving back into my old days of just putting tracks on top of other tracks in this insane way. But figuring out how to solve this space was a little hard. And I don't want to leave this dismantled for too long because our base is broke. And I broke it. We put back together. There we go. At least it's not unclear what it does and why it does it and so on. It's just a bizarre fucking storm of tracks. I wanted each of these to split into 2 of these, and the perfect symmetry I had was from that, for doing it that way, to make it a nightmare entangled cord monstrosity. As we do. Bird. It's okay, I have a jabber. There we go. Just cattle prod your friends out of the way when they're treating their sicknesses.
Alright, that's better.
Don't mind your health, I just had to cattle prod you out of the way a bit.
Fine, I probably liked it.
Oh.
Emphasis on the cattle, am I right?
What? What? I was like, what? Usually don't dive into the furry that hard.
Phrasing.
Yeah, I knew it. Alright. We're at least back to having the stuff hooked up again. Is this stuff not? No power.
You didn't do 3. You only did 2 into this guy.
Well, yeah, most of them are just 1-to-1.
friend.
I was mostly just hooking the screws we already had back up because they weren't hooked up anymore.
Oh, okay,
There was nothing
gotcha.
happening.
These are going to be all screws on this
It
extension over
says
here, right?
no power. Oh, I only hooked up the other side, I think. Let's see. They all just turn on?
Some of them.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, they're turning. There we go. They're all going now. They weren't powered. I'm very smart. Okay. So now I deleted our previous screw makers and made a much larger 10 screw makers over here.
Okay.
And now I'm probably gonna scale up our rod makers because that's actually what I was down here to do.
Gotcha.
But I couldn't do that because I put the screw makers right in front of the rod makers because I'm not smart and didn't think ahead, even though that was the whole point of this building. I need a bunch of rods for upstairs to make. God, what was it? I think these frames are like reinforced iron and rods, which is just like a whole thing.
Okay, so these
There we
over
go.
here are feeding into this one, which should be good. Then we have 2.
And that
Over
person
here.
is banned. Bye.
Oh, what were they saying?
No,
Wait,
that's
I
a
don't-
stupid thing to repeat.
You banned them, but I need to know why.
We should give them additional attention as publicly as possible. Be sure to signal boost all of their messaging for future reference ad infinitum.
Ad nauseum.
Yeah. I don't know how those two differ in meaning,
They
if I'm being
don't.
honest. Do they not? They're just the same
They
term.
do not. They are the same term.
One of them's funnier to say and one of them's grosser sounding.
Yep. Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
so if we wanted to do a perfect balance of screws to reinforced iron plates, what we would do is we would do 3 into a merge and then immediately split it into 2. That's another convenient way to do it. So it's 60-60, and then that gives us 2 tracks for reinforced iron. And then we just need a single iron plate to go along in parallel with the screws that are going at 60. And that does it.
Ta-da.
Okay, so we have these 2. Let's go up a floor and let's see what's happening up there. I'm doing the math. Okay.
What do sinus infections do to you? They're even making you do math now.
I know.
Look at that Stussy ass track. It's beautiful.
Stussy ass track.
Yeah.
Nice.
The there's a storage container that's parallel to a constructor, but its entrance was facing the opposite direction, and so it had to do like a big old zigzag to connect, but it did it in one click. I didn't have to like sit there and fucking piece it together with 17 pieces like it often does. It just zigzagged like a fiend.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna go check the as much as I want to do my current project, I'm gonna go check the MAM and see if I can get more inventory slots, because boy, it always fills.
Is this not produced? Okay, so we don't have enough iron ore going into this guy. The smelter. So that's a problem. How much iron does a miner produce?
Oh, there we go. Now we have the extra slots. You have to confirm it to get it. So I could have had it this whole time. Great.
Okay, so 1 iron ore feeds 2 smelters. Okay. It's reasonable enough to fix. Alright, so we have this one feeding into 2. We have this one feeding into 2. We have this one feeding into 3. So we need to kill one of these. And we have this one.
Oh, what all these copper sheets are for?
Into 3.
Get him out of here. Oh, this thing's full too. Fuck.
Kill that
They'll
one.
go in the garbage. I guess they'll go in the garbage.
Not a dog.
You don't know that.
Dogs don't go in the garbage. It wouldn't fit.
They you need a bigger garbage. Dogs love going in the garbage. Right
It's
up in
true.
there.
They do think it's food.
Yeah. Also, it is food. Crucially, even. They specifically like it because it features real food, actually. God, this screw and rod floor is just going to be a nightmare. Almost as much as its phrasing is, huh?
Wow, a laugh more annoying than Peter Griffin's. Brought to you by Keith.
Did you enjoy the escalation?
There. Alright, this should, using the power of arithmetic, I'm going to algebra our base into working. Marty would be pleased. And that's really what it's all about. Is pleasuring Marty.
I mean, that's why he's not invited, so we can only frustrate him from afar.
Okay, that should.
God, probably just need to do the math, actually. It's like, how many rods per minute does 10 screw machines consume?
It's really not all that bad. Math is fine. It's just algebra.
40 parts per minute for 10 machines, so 400 parts per minute. Math's hard. How would I ever get that answer? And how fast do you make thingies?
Math's
15 per
strong
minute.
together.
I think I already fucked the math up.
Okay, it's gonna take quite some time.
These
I
10
think, for
per
the-
minute. I looked at it's 100 per minute. Okay, I looked at the product, not the ingredient. Alright, so the screws will consume 100 rods per minute, which is fucking... It's hungry. Why is this one moving slowly? One always seems to be going slower than all the other ones are.
What?
There's just a bunch of
one?
rod makers, and one of them always feels like it has a back load of track.
Hmm.
Like it's having trouble keeping up. Why would that be? Why are you the... Is there a rod? There's no power crystal in you. Huh.
Why is this acting so weird?
My math right?
What? I'll come up and look.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rod makers.
I'm gonna come up and look.
They make 15 rods per minute, so that should be 75 rods. But aren't these machines supposed to be eating 100 rods per minute?
Okay, so this is 1 rod, 15 per minute. How many?
I wonder if there's just like a
screws are you
backlog.
trying to make?
I'm trying to determine whether or not it's safe to remove some of the rods from making screws to send them upstairs. But it looks like, looking at the current math, it seems like there's already not enough rods being fed in the system, and yet it's backlogged. Maybe I just wait longer?
Well, okay. You haven't... Okay, so we're looking at these screw producers on my right. Okay, got it. So a screw producer requires 10 rods per minute. These produce 15 per minute. So
there's 5 being fed in, which is 75.
Yep. So
weird, right?
What's up?
I'm wondering how we're not already starved on rods, because my math, it seems to indicate that there's not enough rods being made.
Okay,
so
let me see how many
confused.
rods you have in the system. 15, 30,
I wonder
45,
if it just got backed
60,
up at the beginning.
75. Okay, yeah, you're producing 75 per minute.
I believe I need 100. And specifically, each track is being fed into 2 of them, so each one's making 15 and being fed into things that require 20. So the question isn't why that one track looks like it's falling behind, but why do all the other ones not look like they're falling behind? Oh, I'm stupid. It's because half the things that make screws aren't being used yet, so they're just sitting in the machine, not going out to anybody yet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We also
The rates
need
math
to add
doesn't
a
work
third.
at that point.
We also need to add a 3rd screw producer, so I'm going to do that. And that will make the upstream math cleaner.
Because you want to have 6 on each side, so that you can cut
Yes.
them each in half on the way up?
Yep. Yep.
Gotcha. Well, making that symmetrical is going to be a little hard. I guess you can just do 2 next to each other there.
Here.
Wait, you did that fucky.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yes, that's super not usable.
Wow, how'd that happen? That's weird.
Just looked back and I saw it like, that's a backwards ass Lego piece.
There
Doesn't
we
work
go.
at all.
That's funky. Good catch. Thank you. Okay, so this is...
What's
these are-
what's going on here?
Alright, so this is, we need a conveyor merger, which I will just do...
Probably supposed to be using like
here.
yeah, I need to make better use of like the stacking conveyor things. I'd clean these up better. I want to scale up the rods. Base usage here is kind of bad, isn't it? Stuff is hard.
Okay, let's do this. That'll make it... Luckily, we have exactly the right number of conveyor, like, lifts going up to make this kind of
Police
easy.
noises. What is that? The
Yeah.
comment section?
Socialist thought detected. Uh-oh.
They come.
Can you hear the voices of the chuds?
Can you hear the chuds tonight?
No, because they're all banned. Okay.
Gravity. Stop it.
Get.
I was doing something and then you released me from my current verticality. I wasn't ready. Let's just unhook everything and break it. And try to fix it later in post.
That only works if you. That doesn't. But, okay.
I was trying to be all like nice about it and like let's only unplug one thing at a time and then plug it back in before I unplug the next thing. But it's like no, this whole fucking thing just need to dismantle it so I can just get on with my life. It'll make sense later. Or it won't. Entire episodes are just spent re-optimizing what was done in a previous episode.
That's what it's like to be a programmer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like that's just programming. Oh, pressed the wrong button.
My job as a programmer is to fix the mistakes of the past.
Your own mistakes.
I don't make mistakes.
I make
Other
temporary
people do.
solutions.
Like that should be good. Okay, this looks like it'll work. It's kind of funky, but I'm working with the space I got. Okay, then we just need to put down a merger.
Go.
And then a splitter right in front of it in a second.
I think anyone streams programming, absolutely. That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Bird actually has in the past. I know Jonathan Blow does.
Yeah.
On engines and whatnot.
I've streamed programming. I find it kind of fun, but ultimately, like, I find streaming video games more fun.
What a fucking hot take.
The thing is, I don't know. The thing is with
God damn it.
With my programming streams, I think it'd be a lot more fun if I was further along in the game that I'm working on. Because right now I'm just coding, and it's not really all that visually interesting to watch because it's just Visual Studio.
Which is ironically not very visual.
Right. What Keith said.
You're welcome. my job here is done. My people need me.
People have said they enjoy the programming stream, and I'm like, yeah, because I did it like once, twice. I have no idea how people would actually enjoy it if I did it more often.
It was just a constant thing.
Yeah, it might come across as more of like a, oh, it's this again.
When are you gonna play Scrap Mechanic?
Oh, shut up.
I like your programming streams and all, but Scrap Mechanic?
Oh my god, the iron rods. They're all gone, Keith.
They're all gone.
They're all gone.
Their rate is lower than ever before. Yeah, I'm trying to make better use of space. Sometimes I think I just need to make like some kind of podium or weird platform to stand on up there, so I can just look down at the floor and build it all from one perspective instead of running around trying to build all these things that are like as tall as me or taller.
Okay, well, the screw situation
with
regards to reinforced iron plates looks like it's good now. Actually, what the hell is happening here? What are you being used for? Oh, you're just really tall. Wait, no, you're not. What the hell is it going up there for? No, 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 no. We'll fix you later.
What a confusing thing to hear out of context. You're just really tall. No, you're not. You're not fooling me with your faux height. I'm onto you, not as tall as expected thing. What?
Conveyor lift. Okay. Yeah, I'm just optimizing our reinforced iron plates because that seems like a very good goal to like have those resources perfect.
Yeah. I'm saying what can be done, what with all this bullshit over here. Oh, what did I just delete? Guess we'll find out later. What a compelling problem to have.
Alright, so that goes there, goes there. Okay, so these two conveyors have exactly the right number of screws. So we should have just 4 up here, and we do. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I can work with that. 1, 2, 3, and then you just go to the last one over here, and we're gonna have to cross some streams to make that happen.
Oh.
Could use a conveyor pole, but instead I'm gonna use a shortcut for now.
Okay, being slightly off on my grid. Fuck.
Yeah, the whole point of having the grid is that you should never be off, so I totally get that.
Trying to make a line of units and then one of them deviates.
Which is verboten. All units must be lined up perfectly. Okay, so the screw situation going to the reinforced iron plates is perfect now. The
That's
plate
cool.
situation is not, but the screw situation is.
I've more or less dismantled the entire floor, so
Yeah, okay.
on
Well, good.
I'm on like the 3rd dismantling today of this floor.
Oh, this looks great now. Okay, awesome. This is a good rate for all this shit. Oh, that's a problem. That conveyor belt was actually not lined up with the thing. Very weird. Why is this happening? The hell? Alright. There's one conveyor that was inexplicably going backwards relative to the others.
It was just constructed in reverse, and then stuff was just chonked onto it, but no, it was never caught that it wasn't going the right way.
Yeah, apparently so. Apparently so.
Art. It was art. Anything that is made by man that is not with function is art.
I mean, do you consider, like, mountains art?
We don't make mountains unless we do.
Yeah. No, what I mean is, like nature can be art, according to some people who are wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I disagree with the idea that anything natural is art. That doesn't mean it's not beautiful, but it's not what the word art means.
Agreed.
The question is when something that's alive makes something, is it art? Like a Labrador or a chimp. Do they make art? They make a lot of poo. My poo is my art.
Poop is my praxis.
Yeah. Poop praxis. You'd think you could get through today without hearing these words being spoken, but you'd be wrong. Here they come.
All right, I gotta clock out early. I'm tapping out. I can't.
Getting too tired.
I can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
My brain's getting pretty fried after optimizing as far as I did.
So our goal is to have 6 screw makers, right? Yeah.
We have 6 on the right side.
This one's not even set to make screws. I didn't tell any of these to make screws. Not that they're hooked up yet, but yeah, I'm just like figuring out the math a bit. I'm gonna finish putting the whole stuff together so that I don't log out with it being like half formed. Yeah, feel better. After all, we have 3 more days of recording to do consecutively. So beginneth the COVID weekend.
I could start the power line too.
Hey, you were sick. You were too sick for Viscera this week, weren't you?
Yeah, I haven't been having a good run.
You're having a bad time.
Yeah. Oh well. I hooked the power back up at the very least. These things.
How did I fuck up so many
the conveyors
things?
on so the screw producers on the right side, they're perfectly balanced for going into the reinforced iron plates. So output is totally secure for the screws on the right side. If you want to scale up screws on the left side, then do what you need to. But we don't have any reinforced iron plate assemblers. We don't have any more. So you would have to make more to use the screws for that.
Yeah, that's the goal, is just keep scaling up, but it needs to scale up from the bottom.
Okay.
Get off my island.
Well, 6 screws. 6 screw makers can service 4 reinforced ironers.
That's the ratio.
Yep.
I should really. Oh yeah, I have a notebook.
Yeah, we should just write this very, very basic algebra down.
Yeah. I even have a specifically like Let's Play in gaming notebook where I write down like what floors the boss fights are on in Hades and shit like that, or what the best stats are for my rogue. It's like I just need to make a Satisfactory page where I start tracking all these ratios so we don't recalculate them every session.
Alright, I'm out.
Alright, see you later. Poor boy's dying. Our boy is dying. Yeah. Need more table space. Would you like some more noises? Alright, well, he logged out on top of a building, so let's hope we don't have to move that exact building anytime soon. Alright. God, how do you even begin to write this stuff down? That's interesting. It's like screws. $40 per minute. I guess right out. And like iron rods. Or like an arrow. I guess I'd write 10 per minute in. That's how you do it. You write each one on its own like row. So I write like iron rods, and then on the next row I wrote screws and draw an arrow to that, and then I separately write the input and the output. So like iron rods are out 15 minutes. 15 per minute. There we go. This is not elegant, but at least it's readable. interesting. So iron ingots, it's 1-to-1. They need iron rods need 15 per minute to make 15 per minute. Yep. So if iron rods are output at 15 per minute but needed by the screws at 10 per minute, then every 2 iron rod producers feeds 3 screw producers. So that's right, 2 rods feeds 3 screws. We're doing fucking math, bro. Shoop. And so, yep, as expected, once you actually turn everything on correctly, even though this will back up soon because they only store so much, then they reach their maximum cap. But as you can see, everything's getting slowed now because each. Let's see. We need twice as many rods being fed in each one. Oh boy. So I'm gonna have to run. I'm gonna have to tear all this up again and create a system that feeds them in that way. I'm wondering if I can use fast enough conveyors to clean it up. It's like do it like a take these 2 for example, merge them together, then feed them down to here and feed those 2 into 3 of these by merging them at the beginning and then splitting them at the end. If you have a fast enough conveyor running between them, then that could potentially get a lot done, which would be nice. But if the yeah, I don't think the bandwidth is that necessary. I think we can make that work. Alright. Well, I have to go right now, though. I do need to leave on time because I have other plans, but we'll see what I can get done in the meantime. Good night, everybody.